All right, we're getting ready to have the Wild West Show in 3, 2, and 1. How you guys doing? You doing good? Awesome. Oh, this is like the best audience already. You guys are great. How did you like the train ride? Awesome. You know, the only bummer is I didn't get to rob this one this time. Such a bummer. You see, that's the one thing I got to tell you about me. I am Krazy Ani, the train robber. That is how I made my living for the past 10 years. Quite literally, it was my job to rob the train, get captured, and sing for my freedom. And so obviously, you guys, you can see I wasn't very good at my job. Although I was good at one part. I was really good at making the little kids cry. Yeah, I made lots of little kids cry. One time I was so good, I made a little boy pee his pants. Yeah, Mom comes up, you made my little boy pee his pants, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. And she's like, oh no, it was great. And I'm like, you're a kid, traumatized for life. But yes, that is me. I'm Krazy Ani, the train robber. It's a pleasure to be here to play some music for you, but I'm also going to be doing some gun spinning, trick roping, and whip cracking, and hopefully we can all have a really good time before the gunfight starts just out here on the grass. So are you guys ready to get started? Awesome. All right. So I always like to get started with a fun song. Gets the energy going, although you guys have already got the energy. You don't need any help from me. Let's get some clapping going here. There we go. And if you want to guess who wrote this song, it'll be all the more fun. Back in the saddle again, out where a friend is a friend, where the longhorn cattle feed on the lowly gypsum wheat. Back in the saddle again, out on the range once more, toting my old 44, where we sleep out every night and the only lie is right. Back in the saddle again, whoopee-tie-yo, rocking to and fro. Back in the saddle again, whoopee-tie-yay, I'm going my way. Back in the saddle again, back in the saddle again. Thank you very much. Now, anybody want to guess who wrote that song? Roy Rogers. You're very close, but no. What's that? Audie Murphy? No, not. You're in the right area, though. Any other guesses? We'll take one more guess. Oh, come on. Somebody's got to know this one. It was Gene Autry. Yeah, Roy Rogers was the king of the Cowboys, but Gene Autry actually came before Roy Rogers, and he was even more popular. But he wrote that song and used it as his theme song for his TV show back in the 50s. So there's a little fun trivia for you. But the one thing I loved about Roy Rogers and Gene Autry is that they both knew how to spin their guns, all right? You guys want to see some gun spinning? Yeah? All right, now before we get started, to make sure that everyone feels safe, no one's uncomfortable because I'm flipping some guns around, I'm going to let you know right now that these guns, despite looking very real, they are just replicas. They're so uncool they can't even fire caps. So they're kind of pathetic on that front. But they are the same weight as a real gun, so that I can still put on a fun show. But just to show that we're going to be extra safe with these, I'm going to need a volunteer to help me double check to make sure that this gun is unloaded. So do I have any volunteers? In the back, he was the first one. I'm like, let me help. Give him a round of applause for coming on up and helping me. All right, I'll have you stand right here. And what you're going to do is you're going to count all the empty holes in that cylinder. Sound good? So you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There, you think it's going to stop? No, it's not going to stop. Well, hey, to be fair, those cowboy heroes shoot 20 or 30 times. We can never be too careful, right? All right, hey, give him a round of applause for helping me out with that. Thank you, bud. That was awesome. All right, now, would you guys like to see the train robber's favorite gun trick? Yeah. You would like to see the train robber's favorite gun trick. Okay, you ready? Get your hands in the air. Where's the money box? I'm just holding my fingers. Why are you putting your hands up? Yeah, I have there's a reason I'm doing this. I have a confession to make. You see, I like to rob trains, but my guns don't. And so whenever I try to actually use them to rob trains, I have a little bit of trouble with them. See, this is how it goes when I usually try to rob trains with my guns. Get your hands in the air. Where's the money box? Get your hands in the air. Where's the money box? You know, it could be worse. You know, I go, hey, get your hands in the air. Where's the... Get your hands in the... Get your hands in the air. Where's the... Get your hands in the air. Where's the money box? See how embarrassing it is? I mean, it's even hard to get the gun in the holster. You know what I mean? Hey, now get in there. It's not... Boy, don't giggle over here. As soon as if my gun hears you, he's gonna keep goofing off. Now you get in that holster, right? Get in there. What are you giggling about over there? I hear you over there. It's not funny. You get in there. Get in. That's better. Whoa. It's not funny. Yeah. Yeah. There, that's better. Will you stop giggling over there? Oh man, you see what you did? Now he's showing off. Why did you do that? You need to stop this. You're embarrassing me, you know. I'll get this under control, I promise. Now you, get back in that holster so we can do a proper show. You know, as a train robber, it's really embarrassing to be held up by my own gun. Oh, you know what? I always wondered why Roy Rogers and Gene Autry carried 2 guns instead of 1. I think I finally know why. You get back in that holster. This is your last warning. Yeah, I got him running scared now. Yeah, you better run. Don't tell him this gun ain't loaded. There, that's better. Now this one isn't playing nice. You think maybe they'll play nice if I promise not to rob trains anymore, at least for today? Think I should? Okay, fine. All right, I promise I'll be nice today. Okay, are they gonna go in nice? I think we're good. Okay, now do you want to see some proper gun spinning? Yeah, okay, we'll see if we can do this. Okay, now to do proper gun spinning, first you've got to learn how to do what we call the backward spin, like that. Once you get the backward spin down, you have to learn how to do the forward spin, like that. And once you get to where you can do those 2 tricks, you get to where you can do the butterfly spin that goes around like that. Kind of defy gravity. And if you're really good and you're really brave, you can learn how to spin 2 guns at the same time. Thank you. And that is how you properly spin your guns. Thank you. All right, now would you guys like to hear another song? You would? Awesome. If you didn't, I would be out of a job. Now this song here is really telling a story, and I'm going to need you to help me out with this story. This song is about a cowboy who's just finished a long day of hard work. He's sitting by his campfire, and he's thinking about his favorite girl. But that's when he hears this really annoying noise. It goes something like this. Oh, 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 oh. What is that annoying critter? What is it? Coyote. It's a coyote, that's right. A little varmint making all kinds of noises, and he's annoying that cowboy and keeping him from sleeping. Now, you know what? That's what I want all of you guys to do. I want you to help me with this song and see how loud you can howl just like that. Come on, let's see how loud you can howl. All right. All right, well, you've got the annoying part down. You can stop now. All right, now what I want you to do, every time you hear me say the word howl in this song, I want you guys to start howling like crazy. You think you can do that? Here we go. A cowboy and a coyote, way out on the western prairie. The cowboy sat a-thinking and a-dreaming about his Mary. The coyote started howling with his nose pointing to the moon. For a while the cowboy listened, then I heard him sing this tune. You're a nice little coyote, you prowl around and howl around the moon all night. You're a sharp little fella, you bellow out and yell out until the light. And you always sound so lonesome, you make me a little bit blue. But I ain't got time for prowling, or I do a little howling too. Go away, little critter, you're yelping and helping me to hit the sack. Get along, little varmint, I'll pick me up a stick and up and whack your back. If you don't cut out that yapping, how can I get any napping done? So go easy on the screaming while I do a little dreaming about my only one. Okay, now howl all you want. There you go. You can go louder than that. Here you go. If you don't cut out that yapping, how can I get any napping done? So go easy on the screaming while I do a little dreaming about my only one. Let me dream about my only one. Thank you, thank you. And that was some really good howling too, way to go. The sad thing is, we're probably going to be having coyotes howling through the rest of the show and the ride home, so parents, you're welcome. All right, now, who can tell me what this is right here? It's a rope, it's a lasso, it's a lariat, and I have a story to tell you about the first time I laid eyes on one of these here. I was about 10 years old at my school assembly when a cowgirl came, showed us a rope just like this one, and she said, I'm gonna make this rope dance. And I was like, you can't make a rope dance. No, typical 10-year-old. But she proved me wrong. She took this rope and she made it dance. I was like, whoa, I have got to learn how to do that. So I went to my grandparents' dairy farm. They had a lot of ropes like this hanging around. I found one and I was like, I'm gonna make a rope dance, this is gonna be fun. And I got it all ready, and I made the rope dance. It didn't work. It's not funny. I heard the giggles out there. It's not funny, you over there. Now, I gotta give up now, right? It didn't work, right? Should I give up? No. Yeah, you're right. We shouldn't give up. We ought to keep trying, right? So I tried it again. This time I was a little frustrated. I'm like, I'm gonna make the rope dance this time. And I got that rope ready, and I was like, not funny. Now I gotta quit now, right? No. When do I quit? Never. That's right. You never quit. And I didn't quit. I kept trying and trying. I practiced and practiced for hours and hours and days till I had blisters on my fingers, until I finally... It's working. It's working. It's working. Eventually I got to where I could do what we call the flat spin. And after a little while I got to where I could jump inside of it and do what we call the wedding ring. Thank you. I've never been able to understand the name, the wedding ring, for this trick. I feel very lonely in here. Hey, you shouldn't feel too bad for me. You know the conductor that you saw on the train in the overalls? Yeah, that's my beau, my husband. Really romantic. The first words I ever said to him during a train robbery with a gun pointed at his head was, "Get your hands in the air, where's the money box?" It's only changed a little after 10 years. Now it's, "Dear, where's your wallet?" But anyway, going back to the trick roping, I eventually learned how to do those two tricks. And after even more practice, I got to where I could do what we call the ocean wave. Thank you. After that, I decided to learn some of the butterfly tricks. That's where you do a vertical loop and you can flip it around behind you, pick it up over your head. Sometimes tie myself up. I'm really good at that trick, by the way. And eventually, if you try hard enough, you can make it bigger and bigger and bigger until you can jump right through it. Thank you. Now, would you guys admit that that looks like a pretty hard thing to do? Yeah, that's why I'm puffing. But can I do hard things? Yes, I can. Now, I got a very important question. Can you guys do hard things? You sure can. Can you do a hard thing like making a rope dance today, right now? What? Where's all your enthusiasm? I want to prove it to you that I can help you make a rope dance today. I just need some volunteers. Yes, how about you? Give her a round of applause. Come on up here. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I want you to stand right here. I want you to hold on to that. And then you're just going to hold on to the red part. Make your arms straight as an arrow. Your arm can't move. Your wrist is going to do all the work. Make it go up and down. Doo, ooh, 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 ooh. There you go. And eventually start wiggling it in a circle. Hey, give her some encouragement. She's doing a hard thing. She's making a rope dance. There you go. Just little spins, little fast spins. Oh, she's getting it. Give her some more encouragement. She's getting it. There it is. There it is. She got it. All right. Yeah, she did. Did you think you were going to make a rope dance today? Oh, you did? Look at her confidence. That's the attitude you should always have right there. That's awesome. Now, I need 2 more volunteers, and you want to help out with this one too? All right, I need a couple more. Okay, you come on up here, and how about you 2? And I want you 3 to get in back to back, if you can. Well, we got to do it like this. You go right here, and you go back here, and you're going to be right in front of them, right here. I know I'm just like moving around like Legos here. There you go. Okay. She is a Lego. Yes. Okay, you ready? Now this is the most dangerous trick that I know. You scared yet? You're not scared? I'm trying to get kids scared. I'm a train robber. You know how it is. All right, here we go. You ready? You stay really, really close together. And here we go. Ta-da! All right. Now, you guys remember though that I'm a train robber, right? You know what train robbers love to do best? We like to set traps. Guess what this is? It's a trap, and this is what we're going to do with it. Neener, neener, neener. Parents, if you want to learn this trick, come see me after the show. Hey, give my helpers one more round of applause. They were amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. And you guys can sit down now. Awesome. Now, I have one more tool that I'd like to show you that the cowboys used to use all the time. In fact, some of them still do. What is this? It's a bullwhip. That's right. Now, does anybody know why it's called the bullwhip? Would you like to hear that story? Yeah. I can't hear you. Would you like to hear that story? That's more like it. All right. So really quick though, hey little buddy, I'm going to be coming out here with the whip, so you'll need to stay well over here. I mean, since my guns are not real, this is the most dangerous thing that I own right here. So now, back on the range, the cowboys would use a bullwhip to help move the herd from one place to another, because it makes really loud noise, right? Yeah. That's the thing. Every single herd, a big old herd of cows, has at least one bull. And those bulls are pretty protective of that big old herd. So whenever the cowboys want to move the herd from one place to another, you think that bull's going to let them? Heavens no. No, that bull, he is going to be pawing and rolling in the dirt. He's ready to squash any cowboy who dares come near his cows. But that's where one brave cowboy comes into the picture with his bullwhip. That brave cowboy gets that bullwhip. We'll pretend the bull's right here. He'd come over to that bull. I don't want to hit my boss. That would be a very bad thing to do. That cowboy would get his bullwhip right in front of the bull, and he'd say, "Hey, Mr. Bull." Neener, 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 neener. He would do, I think I lost my cracker on that whip. He would do everything he possibly could to get that bull's attention and say, "Hey, come pay attention to me over here. Don't pay attention to the other cows." Here, I'll get this other whip here. There we go. Now, Mr. Bull, he'd see that cowboy taunting him like that. He'd be like, "Oh, no, you didn't." That bull would be watching him really close, coming after that cowboy. Meanwhile, guess what the other cowboys were up to? They were herding very quietly, herding the rest of the herd away to where they needed the cows to go, away from the bull. By the time the bull stopped focusing on that cowboy and he turned around, he realized he's all alone. And by that point, he loses all of that really tough steam and he goes, "Wait for me!" And that is how the cowboys would move their herd without any trouble, all thanks to one very brave cowboy with a bullwhip. Thank you. But now I have a song that has a bullwhip crack in it, and I'm going to need your help because I can't play guitar and crack the whip at the same time. You guys will have to be my whips, all right? So whenever I say rawhide, I want you to clap your hands. So rawhide. That's more like, let's practice it one more time. You ready? Raw eggs. You weren't paying attention that time. Okay, let's try it one more time. Ready? Ride. Now you got it. All right. And by the way, this is going to be my last song for the show, but don't go running away because the gunfighters are going to be coming right over here on the grass over here. They're going to be doing their gunfight. You don't want to miss that. So here we go. Thank you guys so much for riding on the train and coming and watching my show. I deeply appreciate it. My name is Kristen J Lloyd, or Krazy Ani, and here is Rawhide. Rollin', 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 Rawhide. You're pretty close, sounds good. Keep rollin', 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 roll the stream just rollin'. Keep them doggies rollin', Rawhide. The rain and windy weather, helping for leather, wishing that you were by my side. All the things I'm missing, good victuals, love and kissing, are waiting at the end of my ride. Move 'em on, head 'em up, move 'em on, head 'em up, Rawhide. Cut 'em out, ride 'em in, let 'em out, cut 'em out, ride 'em in, Rawhide. You're a lot closer that time, good job. Keep moving, 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 oh they're disapproving. Keep them doggies moving, Rawhide. Don't try to understand them, just rope 'em, throw and brand 'em. Soon we'll be living high and wide. My heart's calculating, my true love will be waiting, waiting at the end of my ride. Move 'em on, head 'em up, move 'em on, head 'em up, Rawhide. Cut 'em out, ride 'em in, let 'em out, cut 'em out, ride 'em in, Rawhide. Rawhide! Thank you so much.